welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and if you're new here, hello. My name is Ashley. I run things here at Eau Crow Gal, and I'm really excited to bring you this video today for many a reason. Number one, it's a recipe video. I think I only have one recipe video on my channel. To be honest, it's just tricky for me to film. I don't really feel comfortable like maneuvering the camera and everything by myself. It's just a lot of work, so I need Cernan's help, who is our handy dandy cameraman today. So I'm really excited to add another recipe video to my little library. And also today's video is a collab. I am doing this video with Lindy over at Paleo Barbie Does Keto. And Lindy's channel is really cool. If you have not checked it out or you're not subscribed, head over there. She does many a recipe video, vlog, haul, what I eat in a day. She does the gamut, she does everything. And I find her channel interesting because she started as like a paleo person, and then that kind of led her into keto. And she also has some health issues. So for me, although I can't necessarily relate to the health issues, I find it really interesting to see how not only someone that started paleo and is now on keto is kind of adapting to that diet, but also someone that has health issues and how the ketogenic diet is really helping them. So I find it really fascinating. So if you're not subscribed to Lindy, go head over there. I'll link her video up in the cards, and I will put her link, of course, down in the description box. So what are we making today? We are doing a white chicken chili. Now this is somebody else's recipe. I did not think of this. I did not make it up. But I take a lot of creative freedom when it comes to actually making it. I have made it the way that it states exactly on the website. So obviously I'm definitely gonna link that in the description box because that was like an inspiration for me. So I've made it that exact way. If you wanna make it that way, great. Or if you wanna make it my way is great too. So I kind of just got inspiration from that recipe and took it into my own hands. So how this is gonna work is I'm gonna show you everything that goes into the recipe, obviously step by step, and then the finished product. So let's go ahead and just jump into ingredients. All right, so you're gonna need 1.5 cups of chicken broth. I personally use almost an entire, I would say chopped, not diced onion. They are bigger pieces. I am an onion fan, and I just feel like it adds a little bit more bite, a little bit more texture to the soup or to the chili. And then a diced jalapeno. Pro tip, when you're cutting your jalapeno, throw some gloves on. We get these from Costco. They're just the Kirkland brand. They're non-latex, so they don't have like the powdery stuff on them. And it just makes it really easy. You don't have to worry about burning yourself, burning anyone else. Just chop it with the gloves on, throw the gloves away, no worries. So like I said, we have essentially one chopped onion, one diced jalapeno, and this is 3 chicken breasts cooked and shredded. Now, I do again, y'all, I'm gonna keep saying this, but this recipe is kind of like my own. I took her recipe and did my own riff on it, so I do this in the Instant Pot way ahead of time because I just prefer to have it all cooked, all shredded, all done. So I did this actually this morning prior to making the soup and just kept it in the fridge all day. So I put 3 chicken breasts in my Instant Pot. I used about 2 cups of broth. I seasoned them prior and did it in the pressure cooker in the Instant Pot for 10 minutes. I also did a natural release, and I just find it to be a lot easier to get this done ahead of time. Another tip, if you have a KitchenAid mixer or even a hand mixer, that's the best way to shred chicken. Don't try to do nothing with no fork. Don't try to, wait for it to cool off and rip it apart with your hands. You can even get like a cheap hand mixer and put it in a bowl and it shreds it perfectly. So again, this is 3 chicken breasts shredded, cooked and shredded. Next, you need a can of diced green chilies, 4 ounces of cream cheese, 4 tablespoons of butter, a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. I honestly don't even know how much garlic they want you to use. I never measure minced garlic. We are garlic people over here, and I just put in however much I want. Onto the seasoning. So this is the seasoning that I used for the chicken. When I put it in the Instant Pot with the broth, I season it with this and a smidge bit of salt. This just adds a ton of flavor. It's not really salty, so you still need salt, but the flavor profile on this is great and I use it on everything. Then you are gonna need some cumin, some oregano. Whenever anything calls for basil or oregano or parsley or rosemary, I always just reach for this blend. So I have both of these combined in this little cup so that it's ready when I start the chili. And then salt and pepper to taste. Right, so I have my pot going over medium heat. The first thing that I'm gonna do is melt my butter. All right, my butter is mostly melted, so next I'm gonna add all of my veggies. I'm going to add in my green chilies and my onion and jalapeno. Then I'm going to let these kind of soften, and I usually cook them for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna let them sit for a bit, stir every once in a while, and just let them soften up. All right, y'all, it has been 10 minutes. Everything is soft, everything's buttery. I did turn my heat down to low, and I'm gonna go ahead and add my garlic. Again, I do not measure garlic. And my spices. Now, I wanna reiterate, if you are looking to find the exact same recipe on the link that I've provided, you will not find it. So if you wanna do my recipe, you really gotta watch the video and follow it. Or if you want to try the one that I linked, that's fine too. Like I said, I have made the exact recipe and it's great, but it's completely different than it. Well, I shouldn't say completely different. It's slightly different than what I'm doing. So just FYI on that. I'm gonna stir all this just to make sure that it's all incorporated. My cumin, my Italian spices, my garlic. And the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and add in my broth. And my chicken. So we're gonna stir that, make sure the chicken gets nice and covered with the broth and the veggies. I am gonna add, I am gonna add a smidge more broth because we have a lot of chicken in here. I'm gonna add a little bit more broth. That's the great thing with a soup or a chili is you can't, especially when it comes to like adding liquids, you can't really mess it up. So we have some more broth in there. And if you don't like, this is definitely a thicker chili. Obviously you can see that there's a lot more meat than there is liquid, but if you don't like that, you know, change out the denominations. Do less chicken, do more liquid, do less chicken. You can totally do it any way you want. So now I'm gonna crank up the heat to about medium. We're gonna wait for it to simmer, and then we are going to let it simmer for 10 minutes. All right, so my broth and my chicken and my veggies is now a bubbling. I'm gonna crank the heat down to low since it's starting to bubble and simmer, and I'm gonna set my timer for 10 minutes. Meanwhile, I am going to melt in the microwave the 4 ounces of cream cheese just to get it a little bit softer. I've had this sitting out on the counter. That's also another tip, is if something asks for softened cream cheese, take it out like 2 hours before you cook. Let it sit on the counter. This is super soft, but I'm gonna zap it for about 15 seconds, and then I'm gonna mix it with my heavy whipping cream. friends, so this has been simmering now for 10 minutes. Next, I'm gonna slowly add in my cream cheese and heavy whipping cream mixture. I'm gonna pour about half and stir it up, and then pour the other half. Oops. And last but not least, we're gonna try a smidge of it to see if it needs to be salted. I don't think it needs salt, so I'm not gonna add any. I'm gonna go ahead and dish it up and show y'all the finished product. All right, y'all, here is the finished product. We have our soup. I put some cilantro, some cheddar jack cheese, and some freshly cracked pepper. You can obviously add any toppings that you want. You could add extra jalapenos, you could add sour cream, hot sauce. This is what I chose to go with tonight, and I'm really excited because we haven't eaten dinner yet and we're gonna eat this. So here is your creamy white chicken chili. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this recipe video today. I'm sharing this recipe because I make this constantly all the time, number one, and number two, I feel like it's a really easy recipe to fudge. Like you can change up ingredients and stuff, and you're not gonna mess it up. So I feel like, especially if you're a keto beginner, this is a really easy and simple one for y'all to do. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Drop me a comment down below. Have you made this before? Have you made something like this before? I would really like to know. And definitely head on over to Lindy's channel over at Paleo Barbie Does Keto. Check out her video, check out her channel, and let's kind of all support each other. I really appreciate, especially in the keto community, that we're all very supportive, and it just really makes everything a lot more enjoyable. So head on over there, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye, friends.